It's just powerful to work with peers because they are more than their substance use. They have so many dreams and skills and wonder and education and potentials. And so we also operate with our culture with peers, providing outreach and smudge kits, and we provided smudge on the streets to alleviate stress and help them feel connected too, because the smudge connects themselves with the earth around them.
I think when it comes to Indigenous communities who have family members that are using substances, it's a really complex topic, and it's a sensitive topic because it's close to people's hearts, and there's a lot of fear around losing our community members and our family members to substance use, to a poison drug supply.
People use drugs for a lot of different reasons. Sometimes it's for trauma and stuff, and so by allowing them to cope, like use their coping mechanisms, is very important to a lot of people. Sometimes that's the very thing that's keeping them alive. So by allowing them to be their own person using drugs, it's important to just let the person be. And if they are doing harm to themselves, then it's their choice to make, not someone else's choice. By telling someone what to do, you're kind of forcing them into something they maybe don't want to do. It's kind of coercive that way. So
starting a conversation with somebody in regards to substance use is very hard. It's not easy. You feel attacked. You feel shamed, blamed. You get all those ugly thoughts, and that's what they are. Ugly thoughts pop in, and it's like, that's not me. That's not who I am. So just love and support and be there and listen. Listen, listen, listen.
I would connect with them over something other than their substance use. I would build a relationship and connection with them first. And then I would ask them what they need. It's a really simple approach, and I would ask them how I can best support them, and I would ask them what they needed to stay safe. My end goal is not to get people to stop using substances. My end goal is to keep people safe and alive. And I would always bring snacks.
Some of the ways we do that in my job is training folks in harm reduction methods. I also invite their families to come and learn about harm reduction, learn about how to encourage connection with the family, and also agencies like hospitals and schools to understand that it's not a drug problem, it's a trauma problem, and it's a cultural erosion problem.
But each time you make that connection, it gets a little stronger and a little stronger, and then they begin to open up and talk about their stories. And I always share mine too, just so that they know I'm not just somebody that's just there. I've lived it. I've been through it. I know what that experience is like.
It is really important to use people first language and have a people first mindset. I identify as a person with lived experience, and I can choose how I want to identify for myself. I don't like being identified as an addict or an alcoholic or a junkie. That's really stigmatizing and harmful language.
I think the most important thing is just that I've always been open and honest. Like, I talk about my experience of drug use and what my experience is with drug use first, and then usually that helps someone open up and start slowly talking about their own drug use. And it also just helps with letting them know that, like, it's not something to be ashamed of. Like, I'm very open about my drug use, and that usually helps someone realize, like, oh, hey, I don't need to be ashamed of it anymore. Let's talk about it.